I'll be right back.
Bruh. I'm gonna be
What?
right back as
My mom,
soon as start.
my mom just called.
Bruh.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Okay, stream manager. Share link. Okay, stream is up. We are pretty much set. I just need to actually do my whole spiel. Oh, I also need to close my door. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the debut season of Tier 2 Racing in the Average American F1 Racing League. Let's go. We are back to its full rush and glory. This time we've got 5 drivers. Holiday seasons, what can I tell you? Not everyone's
Okay, I'm
available.
back.
And my co-host, DM Count, or Face Titanic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember correctly, last time... Bro, why can I hear myself through your mic?
My bad.
Last time out, in, what was it, Australia, we had a double, our first ever back-to-back winner with Septic in the Haas. And this time, as you can see, Septic is not here to defend his second place or to go against our championship leader, who is also is here as well. Tio Eric, Uncle Eric, age Tio Eric. He is not here today to defend his title. Now, let me show you the grid for tonight's event. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is reverse order of the championship standings. So we have Kira P3 in the Drivers' Championship currently, starting in the back of the grid, with Mateo, our Singapore winner after Septic's mistake, starting in P4 with Once Hope coming back again in P3, followed by Decal in P2 and our pole sitter Red. Red had a very unfortunate time at the Australian Grand Prix, but hopefully he can do something here. So now, with that out of the way, let's get it going. Everyone in Tier 2, ready up. If you're watching the stream and can hear. Let me actually go into the Discord and at Tier 2. Ready. There we go. Oh, Did we just... Simper wants to watch. Hurry
I
up, Simp.
guess so.
Hurry up, Simp. Get in here. Get in here. You got 10 seconds. Or until Mateo ready's up. Hurry up. You need to get in here and... Come on. Simp. Spectate. 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 Simp. Simp. Nah! I think he might have just turned into an actual driver.
Yeah. Well, he's probably just gonna retire then.
Yeah.
He has to.
No, I hope him joining didn't like accidentally screw up the the grid lineup. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more racing after the tragedy that is Abu Dhabi.
I'm looking at the pits right now.
What?
I think I should be looking here. I'm looking at the pits right now.
It's because they're going through all of their settings, tire strategies, fuel loads, all of that. The works.
That makes more sense.
Actually, matter of fact, I don't know if you can actually do fuel.
Oops.
Yep. G
I retired. Oopsie doodle.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, in Tier 2, there will be a formation lap, as we can see. No, they do not do qualifying in Tier 2, so they have the formation lap to get themselves reoriented and understanding the track. This is their one and only chance to do so.
I hate to break it to you, but Simper is like his AIs are his AI drivers.
I believe it's because he can't retire during the formation lap.
Yeah.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. AAF1 going around. Ooh, a little lockup from the McLaren in the lead.
No flat spots, hopefully.
That's not going to be helping out his chances.
Not at all.
Let's watch. Let's see what tire strategy everyone is on. The front two are on the hards, while Once Hope and Kian in the Mercedes and Ferrari are on. Actually, never mind. Kian's also on the hards. Once Hope and Mateo are the only two on different tires. Once Hope on the mediums and Mateo on the softs, hoping to get some early stage positions. Here we go.
Softs, a little interesting.
They're all coming up to the line.
He missed his spot a little bit. Red went over, so he's started.
Red went a little past his hitbox, and because of that, will be starting out in a bad position. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tires are warm but cooling quickly. Engines are roaring. 5 lights shining brightly. And they're off! Tires go screaming to turn 1. A great launch from the V-Carb of DeKalb. Immediately getting up to the lead as the Mercedes of Hope goes a little wide. But he's able to keep the position. Mateo. Ooh, contact happening in the rear.
Around the inside goes
more
the Mercedes
contact.
into this position.
The Mercedes of Once Hope actually making up positions, getting up there, fighting. Will he get his first?
Losing another position.
Red in the McLaren goes wide, losing out positions. Will be under threat of Kian in the Ferrari. and is actually overtaken by the Ferrari with a move down the inside. Incredible stuff. Once Hope in the Mercedes trying to make ground on DeCal, going wide out of the penultimate corner. Everyone crossing the line, so let's get all of our information up and running. DRS is activated, and Once Hope is opening that rear flap to gain on the V-Carb in the lead. Both V-Carbs on the podium. They will definitely be trying to work together to move up and up and up. With Williams not in this race, V-Carb could be making some moves in the constructors to get P2. While Kian is the sole Ferrari in this race, trying to increase or do something to hold their lead in the constructors. They've been at the top of the standings ever since the very beginning. Once Hope is out of DRS already. Trying all he
pretty
can.
Aggressive lock.
Oh, Matteo loses the rears, leaving space for the Ferrari to get ahead. And the V-Carb of Matteo is under threat of the McLaren behind. The Mercedes of Once Hope is cooking through his batteries, trying to get any bit of advantage that he can over Kian in the Ferrari. As a matter of fact, Kian is looking for a move, but is not able to find a gap large enough to fit down the inside. Kian is masterfully using ERS, using battery deployment out of the corners. Kian is going to be able to make a move here going into turn 1. And was behind the Mercedes when crossing the detection zone. So he gets another dose of DRS, as the Mercedes is a sitting duck. But with the V-Carb and McLaren fighting each other, he is not under threat from those behind. Kian, all the way up to P2 now, is looking to make gains as much as possible to get to the race leader. 3.6 seconds is the gap between Kian and DeCal. DeCal is...
I know it's only been 3 laps, but those softs are already starting to show on their wear compared to the mediums and longs.
That is true. All 4 tires are looking worse for wear for the V-Carb of Matteo. Kian already breaking DRS from the Mercedes behind, but doesn't seem to be gaining any much on the V-Carb of DeCal up ahead. Constant action in the rears as the McLaren and V-Carb keep going back on each other. Matteo is going to be absolutely fuming sitting behind the McLaren. He knows he is a quicker driver, but those softs may have been a mistake to go onto.
Well, there's also a long way in this race. Anything can happen.
Whoa, the McLaren was bump drafting the Mercedes, and the Mercedes is actually going into the pits.
And Mateo.
That is a very early call. Was it necessary?
First, I think the V carb was going for the hard tires because he knew he made the mistake of going on to the softs. I called it perfectly. And they both went to the hard tires.
Yep, both are on the hards now. As they're trying to get out of the pits, and it looks like the Mercedes scraped along the pit exit and damaging his tires a little bit. As the V-Carb looks for a move down the inside, but decides not to. He might be going for a move here on the Mercedes. Matter of fact, he is going down the inside of the Mercedes. Does he get the move done? They are still wheel to wheel.
The Mercedes gets the inside for this next corner as well, so
possible contact.
The goes the V-car. Possible contact.
Oh,
him,
some wheel banging, but the V-Carb of Mateo gets the move done.
If I was the Mercedes, I would be fuming right now. Just because I'm in the back, and also I started on the mediums, which are decent tire here, but not the greatest.
Not the greatest. Tire wear here is usually very high up there, especially in these temperatures. So starting on the hards is usually the best way to go. As it currently stands, Kian Ways is sitting in P3 of the championship with 51 points. If he stays P2 in this race, will be the new championship leader. As the Cal, if he manages to finally get his first race win, will jump up in the standings from P10 all the way to P6. Kian is actually slowly gaining time on the V-Carb up ahead. What was once a 4+ second gap is coming slowly down. 3.7, 3.8 now, but
it's the commentator curse.
The commentator's curse.
Never mind, I lied. He went down 2/10. Now I lied again.
It looks like Kian went for a low downforce setup on that Ferrari. He is gaining time on the V-Carb on the straights, but as soon as he gets into the corners, he is losing time. Matter of fact, it kind of looks like the McLaren of red is slowly gaining on the Ferrari.
I said that earlier, but I don't know if I want to say anything because it's the commentator's curse, like I said. And you're just talking. Yeah, and you're jinxing everybody.
Pit time loss here is usually 24 seconds. Based off of that, Mateo in the V-Carb will be undercutting red in the McLaren. He'll be undercutting the McLaren, but will be on much older tires.
So maybe pitting early wasn't the strat, but he also was on the soft tires.
Starting on the softs, pretty much guarantee he will be doing a 2-stop.
Maybe even a 3-stop.
Kian Weiss is no longer gaining time on the V-carb up ahead, but Kian,
He's losing it more than anything.
but in the but the Ferrari driver has shown time and time again he's been able to ink out performance much longer than anyone else on the same set of tires. So Kian could easily try to go for an overcut on Decal once Decal, who is obviously pushing on those tires, will slowly be degrading a lot quicker than Kian in the Ferrari. Matter of fact, I am seeing some graining on the rear tires of Decal. Matter of fact, I am seeing massive amounts of graining on the Ferrari, both front and rear tires. As the McLaren of red is actually looking pretty good on tire preservation. There is some graining, but not as severe as those ahead of him. I am surprised that Red's graining isn't terrible, especially since he was spending most of the early stages of the race fighting tooth and nail against Matteo.
Once again, it's also a very long race. Who knows what can happen?
Anything could happen.
Decal could crash out right now, and then the Ferrari of Kane can be the leader.
Yep.
You never know.
Decal could easily DNF like he did at Australia.
Anyone could DNF.
Make a mistake anywhere on track. But we will see. Maybe he's learned from his past mistakes.
It only was a week ago. I should remind you of that.
As we go to the rear, the Mercedes of Wansup is just in a race of his own self-being. As he is 4 seconds, 4.1 seconds, 4.2 seconds behind the V-carb of Matteo.
It's all spread out right now. So, not a lot of content, not a lot of to talk about. That's why this stream seems a little boring.
That is true indeed.
Only 5 cars. Hey, it would have been interesting if G-Zipper would have stayed.
A legitimate tier 2 driver just staying. A tier 1 driver, not tier 2. That might have been pretty interesting, but, you know.
I think we know who was going to win that. I think we would have known.
May never know. G-Simper has been known to make some mistakes in tier 1. Some mistakes that usually cost him dearly.
Yeah. Just like in the beginner league for everybody. You and him at Monaco fighting, and then he crashed out. I kind of forgot what the league name was of that. That's how much I did not care about it. I forgot about it. Huh? Oh, Sergio.
Yeah, Sergio.
Got it. See, I remember now.
Sergio RL.
Worst beginner league ever. Only lasted about 3 races. Never join again. Actually, it's dead. Thing is, I buried that league 6 feet under. No, 12 feet under.
Hey, I was the champion of that league, though.
Yeah, you wanna know why? Maybe because everyone else left. We got people and then people left. Well, this race is boring.
It is a little bit. You know, I
So
keep
how did you?
looking at the gap between Kian and DeCal.
Oh, right into the pit.
Oh, Red into the pits trying to go for an undercut, but it depends on how late Kian in the Ferrari decides to pit.
Yeah.
Of course, he will come back out on fresher tires, but Red has been shown to be a good mobile chicane to all those trying to combat him.
Holy crap! Something interesting. Oh, and look, Mateo coming around too. He did not get the undercut. Actually, he might have, but I don't think he did.
Nope, he did not get the undercut.
Let's see if he
Red
goes for a dive bomb. I
comes
feel like
out
he will.
on the mediums. Mateo does not go for an
I'm
dive bomb.
surprised. I feel like he would have. He might hear because he has DRS now. No, he will not. He's way too far back. I am a liar. Don't listen to anything I said. Oh, now Keen in the pits.
Ian responds to the early pit from Red in the McLaren. Goes in.
Maybe Red will be able to catch him.
Possibly, but the question is, does Cal come in this next lap?
That is a really big question. One lap pressure tires doesn't make that big of a difference, but over time it will.
Comes back out on the mediums on lap 16. He will need to do another stop.
I think everyone will have to.
It would seem that everyone is going for a 2-stop race.
Maybe DeCal might stay out and try to push it to a 1-stop.
Maybe, or he's coming into the pits now.
Once again, I am a liar.
But does he go over the pit limit? No, he doesn't. He gets it just in time. Now, Kian needs to push all he can to try to undercut the race leader, or at least get close enough to him to continue challenging. And it doesn't look like he will be able to.
But Red just put down the fastest lap in the race so far. A 1:08. Oh.
On those fresh mediums, he is able to set a faster time. As Kian actually does not set a purple sector 1. Maybe this race, the strategy should have been a hard medium strat.
Or soft, and then hard. See? I'm the strat.
I don't know. Mateo was only able to get those softs all the way to lap 8. As Kian sets the fastest sector 2. He is pushing all he can to catch up to the race leader. Matter of fact, he is catching by a mile. From 3 seconds down to 1.4 within a single lap. Setting a fastest lap.
And you know what he said before? He said he didn't have a good sector 1. You are a liar.
DeCal has a horrible sector 1. He's a second down. A second down in his sector 1. But yet again, ladies and gentlemen, he has a higher downforce setup, so he will be a lot quicker in sectors 2 and 3. Let's see. He goes purple in Sector 2.
Let's see if he gets another fast lap, and he's also catching him by a lot, which would make sense because he's pushing really, really hard. But remember, when he's pushing hard, he's also wearing out those tires a lot more.
That is true. Yet again, it seems that he is dedicated to a two-stop strategy.
Yes, he is.
Kian still has the fastest lap with a
Mateo
107.5.
hits.
Mateo goes into the pits one more time. Is
For the
that
mediums, I think
going
he's
to
gonna
be
have to go
his
again.
last? Mediums,
I think mediums. I think he needs to go again.
either he pits again. Oh, he turns in a little too early and rubs against the pit exit on the
Almost
inside.
damaging. It does it. Oh, from the left.
Kian, who was once gaining, is no longer able to get anywhere, setting a 108.5 after Decal sets on fastest lap. Has Kian pushed too hard on those tires, and it's already giving up tire life, already giving up pace.
I'm sorry, my dad was acting like a commentator because he heard me and then was talking in a British accent. I was like, "You want to come out here?" And he kept doing it. I didn't know if I should unmute it or not.
Once Hope actually is within a pit stop of red in the McLaren.
Once Hope might have a chance, but for a podium, but who knows? But he also does have to pit again.
Yes, he
Too,
did pit
because
earlier onto those set of hards on lap
one
8.
lap after red. Back to a boring race.
Boring indeed until Mateo in the V-car catches up to Once Hope in the Mercedes.
Yeah. He's only 2 seconds behind. Less than that now, because those mediums are way faster than those hards.
Those brand new mediums are way faster than those
Old hards. 15 lap old
15
hards.
lap old hards. Hold up. Kian is actually gaining on Decal once again.
He was just 4
Closing.
seconds back and now he's only 2. What happened to DeCal?
Did Decal go off somewhere?
He's still gaining. Now he's only 3
What?
What?
What
Huh?
is going on? Or is Decal just toying with his prey? He has a full battery and DRS. Decal goes for a move down the inside and gets the move done.
Now he came back around and I wasn't paying attention. It's football. What was your opinion on this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix today?
Papaya,
Okay, go.
Papaya Rules won the championship. No driver won it. Papaya Rules did. And
I'm
here
happy
we...
for Lando personally.
Oh, contact made!
Whoa.
As
Is that
Kian tried to go down, go into the slipstream of the cow, but it looks like the cow might have brake checked the Ferrari.
is that gonna? I need to clip that to see what. That's 45 seconds. I did that way too much. I think he might have, because he went completely off the gas when he went into a slipstream. I think he's either trying to save fuel or he might have brake checked him.
I believe it might have been a brake check, because looking at his fuel, he is good.
Yeah, he was completely off the gas. He didn't touch the brake or anything. He was just completely off the gas. And now he's doing it again. Just trying to mess with him, I guess.
And while all this was going on, we missed out on what was happening in the rears, as Mateo re-overtook the Mercedes of Once Hope, and contact being made between the V-Carb and Ferrari in the lead.
Damage. Oh. Did hit the brake a little bit that time.
I don't understand why Kian just doesn't stay behind the V-Carb.
He hit the brake as soon as he went behind him.
The V-Carb or the Ferrari?
The V-Carb. I'm gonna look at that again.
If that is true, then that would be considered brake checking from the V-Carb. And that would be... Oh!
Before the Ferrari went behind him.
Is the Mercedes of Once Hope retiring from the race? Or is that a puncture? That is a puncture!
Puncture? From what?
I guess from where? He's been on those tires for 18 laps.
Yeah.
The V-Carb of DeKalb goes into the pits.
For what? It's only on 8-lap old tires. And so does Red.
I guess this was always a 2-stop race for them, as DeKalb goes back out on the hard set of tires. He will be able to push on those tires for the remaining 11 laps.
Maybe that's trying to undercut, because 10 laps on the mediums. Once Hope got a puncture on lap with 17 laps on him. So, who knows?
The question now is, does Kian respond to the V-Carb and go into the pits? Matter of fact, he is! He is diving back into the pits. Question is, does he come out on mediums or the hards? And with that dive into the pits, the Mercedes of Once Hope unlaps himself. Kian is coming back out on the mediums. He will have the pace to combat the V-carb. But will he have the tire life?
And Decal did exactly what I said, undercutting. Maybe that was just goal the whole time.
The cow sitting parked on the side of the track.
Okay. Decal, what you doing, huh? You're in this Discord call. What you be doing? When we were saying he probably brake checked, he's like, no, I wasn't. And now he gets DRS. Probably this is his plan, just trying to DRS swap, I guess.
Cal
Now,
knows
as long
he
as-
can push harder and longer on those tires, so he may just let Kian run down his tires all the way to the end, where the Cal will be able to just easily pass him, putting constant pressure on the Ferrari's medium tires.
I think I know why Decal keeps doing what he's doing. Because he knows he can take off, and he hears us talking about it's a boring race, so he's trying to make it interesting. See, I'm outsmarting him. See, I'm big brain. He's probably just gonna pass him. Or he's gonna pass him now.
The Cal passes on the start-finish straight, but Kian in the Ferrari gets DRS.
Gets DRS, and does he go for it? No, he does not. We really need a commentator for Tier 1.
We do.
Hey, Decal, how would you like to be a commentator for Tier 1?
Kian's rear tires seem to already be draining.
What? It's only on lap 2. I'm at 2 laps in.
As the tires of Decal are looking tremendous.
How do you look back? I'm so confused. I don't like that you have this power. He lets him pass again. And with all this battling going on, Red is catching up slightly. I lied. Now
in the McLaren might be in the picture for another position later in the race.
I saw on the mini-map that he was catching up a little, but he just did lose 5/10 in that. Oh, and Matane goes for the dive bomb. Wow.
Whoa! Contact made as Kian in the Ferrari rear ends the V-carb. Trying all he can to create a gap between himself and Decal. But with 3 areas of DRS, that is much easier said than done. As Decal goes wide and takes to the escape route. Matteo in the V carb was in this fight just moments ago for a podium, but now is just fighting to keep his position of P4. Even then, you can rarely call it fighting.
Yeah.
Only if he pits again will he be fighting for his position. And then here we go, the V-Carb and Ferrari of Kian and DeCal going down the second straight.
They're just trying to make it interesting.
They are equal on ERS.
Really are. Jeez.
Whoa! That is moving under braking.
Yeah. Only if there's more cars.
Contact again as DeCal slows down, parking it on the apex. That might just be a penalty coming the way of Cal.
Cow, stop. I don't want you to get a penalty. I want you to win. I don't know if you've won yet. I want you to win.
He has not gotten a win yet. He almost
Please, stop
won
being
on
stupid.
debut, but made an unfortunate tire strategy call.
Oh, just please.
And at his second race, he was looking good until he...
Oh, lock up by the Ferrari. There's a little bit of time. And Cal listens to us and just takes off.
Here in the Ferrari, front tires are looking worse for wear, but his rears are actually looking pretty decent.
Yeah. Once again, I don't know how you're seeing this, and it's not fair.
DeCal has broken DRS from Kian in the Ferrari.
Red almost spun. The exit.
If Kian is able to make a move on the V-carb and get DRS from the back marker just ahead of them, Kian might be in the picture for a race win.
Yeah.
It would be his second in the season.
Since we're nearing the end of the race, who would be your driver today?
My driver of the day? It would have to go to Red, honestly. Sure, he started on pole and is now P3, but out of all the previous races, he hasn't exactly shown the strongest of pace. But look at him. He is sitting on the podium. 32 seconds clear of Matteo, a previous race winner.
I think my driver today would be, DeCal, because I'm pretty sure he started last. And now he's first.
Kian was the one that started last, actually.
Shut up. He started down the front. And that's what the guy says right now. I will.
Here we come. starting the final lap.
Presented by Cash App.
Presented by Cash. No, no, no. I don't want to get. I'm streaming this, mate. I don't want to get hit with like some copyright or whatever.
We wish. And he gets DRS.
DeKal gets DRS on the back marker of Once Hope.
And he's this confident, he's just sweeping.
He is trying to stay in the slipstream of Once Hope. But doing that is gonna possibly give the back marker of Once Hope a penalty, but the V car manages to get ahead.
Yeah.
And here comes Cal, weaving early celebrations around turn 9, around turn 10, going down to the line. The celebrations have started, and DeKal wins the Austrian Grand Prix.
I've never noticed that.
Kian on P2 becoming your new championship leader with red, getting his first podium of the season.
Let's go, red! Very orange car with someone named Red.
And here comes Mateo coming around the final 2 corners to finish the race off. Not the greatest race for him. A race to forget. I'm sure of that. And Lumen finally joins the race. There he is. DeKal, your race winner.
Lumen is left the session.
Soak it in, Cal. You've earned this.
Well, he might be under investigation for maybe brake checks. You never know. Unless we just want to give it to him. Driver of the day.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the race.
Very boring, but also very exciting at the same time. Which does not make sense.
With only 5 drivers on the grid, yeah. Not the greatest.
Absolutely horrible.
But for now, let's go back and talk to our drivers.
See you there.
Cal, how does it feel to finally be a Grand Prix winner?
2 missed wins already, so finally. Yeah. Made it a little bit exciting for y'all there. Let him through a few times.
I've noticed that. I noticed that.
We did notice that, and we did notice a few times where you broke when he was right behind you.
I got off the. I was offline.
Okay, I have clips of it, but okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I just like blue flag procedure. I was offline.
Which is true.
once hope.
What?
Not the greatest of races for you.
Absolutely horrible.
How do you feel?
A lot of things happened during that race. I realized that 4 laps in, I realized my mediums were absolutely burnt. I was already on like 50% 4 laps in.
Wow.
So I realized, yeah. So I had to switch to hards. I had to go on my seconds to the hards. I tried my best to extend them as long as possible, as humanly possible, so I can get somewhat of an advantage, because I knew that Matsu was going to be pitting again. Around lap 27 for another set of mediums. I knew that was going to happen. So I tried to undercut him, but on the very last 2 corners before I actually got into the pits, I hit 100 on my tires on my front left, and I got a puncture.
Yeah.
That puncture nearly threw me out of the pit lane. Like, it nearly, like, I was about to go into the pit lane. And with that puncture turning, it threw me off, so I had to really slow down, which made me lose a bunch of time against Matu, which screwed over my my undercut of my second hearts. It just wasn't a good day at all. Yeah.
I can
That
feel your pain
summarization
there.
was absolutely horrible.
I can feel your pain there, Hope. Same thing happened to me in Tier 1 when we did Austria.
Austria is never a good track for me. For some reason, it's the most simplest one, but just the simplest looking one, but gives me the hardest time. I could do better on Britain, on Canada, on Qatar, any other map except for Austria.
Absolutely
Alright.
horrible. My bad.
All right. And with that, we will end the stream. But of course, as tradition, we're going to have the final words from our racers. Cal, you first.
Final words. What do I say?
And that's it, gentlemen. He said, "What do I say?"
All right, cool.
Right. Hope, final words.
Terrible day in the office. Hopefully next week we do better. And next race, here we go.
Yep. Next week, when we come back on the grid to race in Monza, the Italian Grand Prix, which may or may not be wet.
Bro.
Please, wet, please.
And with that, I beg you adieu. Okay, the stream's
Please
over.
be a wet race. I know people's gonna mess up on that race. Please be a wet race.
Not a wet race, please.
Please, I know people are gonna be messing up all over that track. Please. I really do. I really feel good I only feel good when I do wet races.
So can we throw those clips up there just to get that out of the way and make it very clear I was off the racing line as I slowed down?
Yeah, you were completely off, which is not considered brake checking.
Yeah.
But like, he went right behind you as soon as you started letting off the gas, which isn't your fault at all.
Yeah.
But it did look suspicious before we clipped it.
Mm-hmm.